Let me give you an equation, 4x minus 2y, and that's going to be less than negative 1. All right, so on these problems, they're going to say graph the solution to the following equation. What's my first step when I'm graphing?
Subtract negative 4.
Okay, yeah, because I want to get it in what format? Slope intercept. So go ahead and do that. Get it in slope intercept form. What form is it in right now? Standard form. And you have to know that because you're going to have a test coming up on Friday. So good standard format, but you want to get into slope intercept. And some of you already pulled this out when you're working out the last problems. When you divide both sides by a negative, what happens to that inequality sign? So it should become y is greater than 2x plus a half. Plus a half. Okay. Second step, what kind of line is this?
Dashed.
Why is it dashed?
Because there's no
Yeah, there's no equal to sign, so we're going to go ahead and graph it. And you can do another sketch, but you're going to get graph paper on the homework because you need more exact.
Should we go by half?
You don't have to. You can go by holes. If you go, that's actually a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. If you go by anything other than 1, just label that. So negative, you can say 0.5, negative 1, negative 1.5, if that's what you want to do, but you have to label it. If it's only going by ones, you don't have to label it because we... Sorry? Put it in the middle? Oh, yeah, you'd put it, if it's like negative half, then you'd start right there, something like that. Okay, what was the graph? Y, 2x, 1 half. Gotta get the symbols right. Greater than? Positive. Greater than? Positive. Okay, where would I start in this graph? On the... So if we're going by ones, I'm going to start right here. And then where do I go from there? I go
Over 2 down.
up 2 over 1. Up 1, 2 over 1. And it's positive, so it has to go up. And you guys already told me it's a dashed line, but see, here's where, if you did more than 2 points, that'd help you out. Or I can go down 1, 2, go over 1 to the left, and then dashed lines. Looks like that. So it's a dashed line. You guys already told me that. And then do I shade above the line or below the line? And what does that even mean? Because I'm like, some people struggle with that. I'm not sure why, because I want to understand that struggle, but are you guys okay with above the line? Is everything greater than? So like it's everything above here. That's above the line. We did that little exercise, and I'll get you guys next time, all of you. Have you guys played Simon Says?
Sure.
How many of you are good at Simon Says?
I think we should try. Like,
Right, it's kind of stuffy in here. If I get that Simon Says going on, it's going to get warm.
Simon Says.
Simon Says is...
okay, Mr. A, we have to do it one time.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, here it is. It's cool. But sit down. Don't stand up. So the way it's played is someone is Simon. And when I say Simon Says do something, you have to do it. So Simon Says raise your right hand.
Well, you've actually never played.
That's okay. It's cool. I'm glad we can learn. Okay, so you have to do it. Simon Says put your right hand down. Simon Says put your left hand up. Simon Says put your left hand down. Simon Says touch your head. Okay, so you get what you're doing here? Okay, take your hand off. So if you took your hand off, you lose because Simon never said. I know. Let's do it again. All right, let's try it again. Simon Says put your hands to your side. Simon Says do numbers 2 through 10. No, okay. Simon Says put your left hand up.
Wait, are you supposed to do it?
I could trick you by doing something else. So this is not my left hand, right? Okay, yes. It's not my left hand. Simon says, clap your hands. Simon says, clap them again. One more time. Out. Simon says, put your hands in the air. Simon says, put them down. Then raise them back up. Raise them back up. Come on. Simon says, raise them back up. Look at these. Oh, okay, sorry, yeah. Ready? And then you can get really tough. Simon says, touch your shoulders. Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch your shoulders. Your head. Out. Out. Simon says, touch your shoulders. Simon says, touch your head. Touch your hips. That's okay, ready? Simon says, touch your hips. Simon says, touch your shoulders. Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch your shoulders. Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch your hips. Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch your shoulders. Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch your hips. Oh, some of you hesitated. You did this kind of number. I'll let that go. No, and so when you get most people out, and I told you about did I tell you when I did it with teachers? Okay, I did it with teachers at a teachers conference. They made us play Simon Says. I'm like, okay, it's on. And I think there were like 1,000 teachers or something. No, okay, it was like 100. And they were playing with it. I'm at the N3, and they're like, Simon says jump. He tells someone, Simon says jump in the air. So they jump, and then they come back down. Simon never said come down. I'm like, what? That's so impossible. So they got out. So then he's coming down. He's coming to me. And he's like, hey, good job. Shake my hand. Awesome. You're out. Because Simon never said shake the hand. But did he get me?
No.
Yes.
No, I won. That was the other guy. That was that other guy. I won it, and my wife was there when we were both teaching. I was so proud. Like a bag of like gift cards and stuff. No. He made one guy do that. I was like, that's messed up. So he said, Simon says jump in the air. So he or she jumped in the air and then came down. Simon never said to come down. I'm like,
How would you not do
That's
that?
why you need help.
yeah. You stay up in the air. I'll do that maybe another time. I'll challenge you to teacher Simon Says, which is a lot harder than student.
get past that? You can't.
I got it. All right. You graph your line, and I'll say this: at least check one point close to that line. You pick the point and go check it. No, you check. You pick your point. You check it.
Yes, you can say it out loud. Simon never
Yes, sir.
Simon, be quiet.
Say it again. Oh, on that last part. Do you know how I divided by -2? So I got to switch it. Okay, pick a point, and I'll go with William's point. Did it work? It did work because what is less than or greater than? So when I want you to check them, guys, you pick. Sorry, say it again. -1, 2, 3. I don't even know where that is. Okay, I think it's right here. -3, 3. Okay, so you pick that one. Should it work according to your graph? Yes. So you put in -3, 3. So you're just checking. All right. So 3 is greater than.
Why do we check if we can see on the graph?
Well, remember, like this is what happens. If I put it in here and it doesn't work, like it's like, nope, that's a false statement, then I shaded the wrong region. I probably should have shaded below it. I messed up. Like if you did not switch this up when you divide by a negative, it looks all good, and then this should be that symbol, and you check it, you're like, what? It doesn't work. Well, it's because you didn't change the symbol. It was the wrong shading.
Check it.
Well, that's the point. The checking helps you to know. So here, if I don't check it, I got to change all this up. Okay, sorry. What's -6 plus 1/2? -5.5 is 3 greater than -5.5.
Yeah.
So I'm in a good spot here. But what did I say about your checks again?
Make it close.
Yeah, try to pick it pretty close. Like, should 0, 0 work?
-1, -1.
Should 0, 0 work? No, all right, I'll do that real quick. 0 is greater than 0 plus 1/2. Is that true? So that's why this point doesn't work. And isn't it super close to being true? isn't 0 really close to half? But they're not, it's not true. It's false.
But -1, -1
-1, -1, that's pretty close. And it will work.
Wait.
-1, -2 plus 1/2. Oh, so you get -1.5 is less than -1, barely. Like if you read, or -1 is greater than -1.5, barely. Yes, it works.
Anything you can do one
Barely away.
Sorry? Well, again, if you did it like way out there somewhere in infinity, you may get it to be correct, but the line should have been over here or something. Like it's still saying it's correct, but it's not gonna help you with your answer so much.
was like 0, 1, was 0, 1 word?
0, 1. It should work. And you'll have graph paper. Mine isn't perfect. I'm guessing it should, but we can check it and figure it out. All right, let me give you one. Graph this line. X is less than 1.
Oh,
Wait, we grab this?
Yes, please. Now, when I say to graph an inequality, you have to have either a shaded or dashed line, solid or dashed line, and a shaded region. So if you don't have that for an inequality graph, it's not right. This is kind of a weird one because you're like, wait, how do you get in slope-intercept form? It's a special line. Is that correct?
Oh, I didn't know.
It's got to be a dashed line. Less than means which side do I shade?
let's stand over.
Okay. Should 0, 0 work?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to mark it here so you guys can kind of see. Okay, 0, 0. Is 0 less than 1?
Yes.
Should 2, 0 work? Is 2 less than 1?
Nope.
Should 1, 0 work?
No.
No.
Is 1 less than 1?
No.
No, that's why we have that dashed line. Okay, it's kind of like your open circle. In fact, in pre-algebra, guess what we're going through a lot? Inequalities with just a number line, and we're doing open and closed circles. So you're doing it more advanced, 2 variables usually, and they're just doing 1 variable each time. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. Okay, anyway, let's do one final, ultimate, last one. And then you have the rest of the time to do your homework. My goodness.
Your lessons always line up like just magic.
No, God's will. That's really what it is. It's really cool. There are some days where like we're going through a really tough thing in Algebra 1, and in 7th grade, the same thing, just a little bit less tough. And I'm like, hey guys, 7th graders, I did this to you last year. Listen up. We're going through this problem. It's really easy maybe for some of you, but it gets tougher. And then you're prepped up for it. You're like, oh, I remember that. Or at least in the back of your mind, you're like, I've done this before. I think I can do it again. Yes?
So like all the lessons you did before this one are being used in this one.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all review. This is all review. Okay, ready? You want a tough one? What do you think, Andrew? What do you think? Tough one? No? Okay, fine. I'll still give you a tough one. All right, negative 3x.
Mr. Ray, why would you ask if
I don't know. That's kind of mean, huh?
Mr. Ray.
Graph it.
Oh, this is
You may
You
begin.
can do it.
And it is written correctly. There is no y.
Ugh. That
There's
means
no-
it's going to be a horizontal. No, wait, vertical. Yeah, vertical.
One day you guys are going to just nail that. You're like, that's a line.
I think.
Blank line. One of these days.
Did anybody do the like if there was a negative slope or positive on the quiz?
I haven't even looked at those quizzes, unfortunately, because of all the grandparents, Veterans Day, all that stuff. But today I get to look at them and see whether you guys did any of that, which I hope is not true. No, I'd just be very upset. Sorry? Yeah, I can't give you any results because I have nothing, and then tomorrow, Lord willing, I'll have it for you, all graded, given back to you. Okay, you only have one variable. So what do you do with that variable? Solve for it. Get it by itself. And you had to switch the sign because it got divided by -3. Okay, how many of you got that graph? Yay!
To make that blue color a little duller.
A little what? Duller?
It's kind of red color. It has really good.
What about that peach sunset?
That's still really. I think you need to make it white.
Like,
What about that peach sunset?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I know what you.
This is more like,
it looks right.
looks like, Justin, help me, I need this. Give me something artistic, poetic even.
It looks like the blue sky.
Don't worry, I'm just sitting here awkwardly waiting. Swivel, do you get this? Here? Uh-huh.
Astro related.
Blue wind. Oh yeah.
We'll keep going. Thank you. All right, guys. Any questions on what to do? You got to graph the lines, make sure they're solid or dashed, and shade. Tomorrow, this is what we get to do. We're going to move away a little bit from just lines, just plain old boring lines, even dash solid. That's not that exciting. We're not going to graph lines. We're going to graph even better. What's the shape? V's. Yeah, what? These are cool. It is, and we'll do it tomorrow. We didn't do V's last year, so this is brand new stuff. Awesome stuff.
Is that actually called
Should be a quarterback at.
It's like that?
No, like it goes inside.
Oh, a reflection? It has something to do with that. Yep.
Is it actually called peach?
They're V-shaped. They're not V's. All right, guys, your homework. Add it on to your first part, and I'll wait till you guys are quiet so I can give you that homework. Sorry, I'm waiting.
Wait, we're done?
Yes, but let me give you these so you guys know what to do. Oh, I just got the wrong one. Okay, added to the 2 through 9 all, I'm going to do 11 through 18 all. Who picked this bad color? All right, 11 through 18 all. I'm going to give you the graph paper in just a moment.
Joe, I ain't still selling your butt.
Mr. Ed, isn't Joe gonna have to return all these books to their fellow classmates?
Why am I
That's actually a.
do you ever edit parts out of your video?